One of the biggest questions I'm often asked by clients is how quickly can I increase my DR, my domain rating, or my domain authority, and how many links is it actually going to take? What I tend to do when a client starts with me, in this case, someone reached out last night about ranking for online personal training, which is fairly competitive, but we scroll down and have a look at the individual search results. And we ignore the keyword difficulty rating because that's just a robot. It doesn't really look at the true full picture. Now, what we want to look at is how powerful are these sites as a ranking. So yes, we have a lot of DR 87s, 79s, 85s. So that's a strong sign that it is pretty competitive. However, we do have some opportunities. So we have FlexiFit with a DR of 45 and MyWowFit with a DR of just 17. And then we have a 49 and a 57. Now, what we've got to remember is this is all relative, and that if you're in a high ticket niche, you've obviously got a lot more resources to actually monetize that traffic. So you can therefore go much harder on link building, get your DR up higher much faster. Whereas if you're in a low ticket niche where you don't expect to make that much revenue per sale, then getting your DR up even into the 50s and 60s might seem really challenging. Clients start with me or have their initial audit. What I like to do is work out, is this actually a feasible goal? So in this case, we can see two fairly low DR sites in the top 10 of Google, and they're getting a substantial amount of traffic that we can see would bring this trainer ROI. So how many links does it actually take them to get to this level of authority? So for this, I conduct what's called a backlink gap analysis, where if we look at the backlinks column here, we can see how many links it took them to get up to a DR of 17. So you can do a backlink gap analysis for both an inner page, so the page level links, and the domain level links. Both of them are kind of relevant. Now, what you'll find here is we've got 121 links, but the fact is a lot of these links will be junk. So you can see some DR zeros. A lot of them will be nofollow links. Nofollow links still have some power. But what I try to do is work out if this website were using my agency, how many of my links would it actually take to get to where they are? So that's basically the filter we want. So we want do follow links, minimum DR of 30, because that's the minimum DR we apply, and minimum traffic of 1,000. Because if Google is giving a site 1,000 traffic per month, then we know that Google is going to really respect any links that are placed on that website. They clearly trust that website, it's giving its traffic. Therefore, if that website links out to someone, Google's going to trust that link. Traffic is quite an important factor just because most of the internet doesn't actually get any traffic. I'm sure we've all had experiences of starting little blogs before, and you maybe get 100 traffic a month if you're lucky and you are persistent. To actually get above 1,000 does take some persistence. But you do need to be careful with that. We do have a lengthy screening process because you can easily target loads of low search volume, low competition, but high volume search terms in order to build up your traffic really quickly. So a classic example is celebrity net worth. You can go after all sorts of niche celebrities, and the net worth search terms are actually huge and not that competitive. So I could do an AI site tomorrow listing all sorts of celebrity net worths, easily get more than 1,000 traffic, and then start selling links. But is that actually going to be valuable to a client? I've got lots of clients in finance, software, contractors. Is a link from a celebrity net worth site going to actually help them? Probably not so much. So we want minimum traffic of 1,000. So we're looking at do follow links from 30 DR and from traffic 1,000. And now we need to keep an eye on this number. So 121 links has now dropped down to just 43 backlinks. So my most popular plan is 10 backlinks a month. It's quite affordable. So we know that we could actually get this number of links within 4 months on that plan. Some people choose to start off with my 5 links a month plan, in which case that's just 8 months to get to a similar DR. Now we're only looking at the page level here. So let's have a look at the domain level. And there's 64 in total. So again, really not that challenging. So they've got a domain rating of 17, and that was achieved with 64 links. However, that's a very simplistic view and ignores a lot of variables. And one of those variables is actually the number of outbound links a site has. So you could have two DR20s side by side with each other, and one might have 100 links, and another might only have 20 links. Now, in this case, I want to give you a case study where I've actually got one of my websites up to a DR of 22 with just 17 referring domains. So how has that happened? Basically, as part of our screening process, we also look at outbound links, because if a site links out to everyone, hundreds of thousands of websites, even if it's a high DR 70, 80, the actual power you get from that link is really small. Whereas you could find a DR 30 mum blog that only just qualifies for my requirements of DR30, traffic 1000, but it might only be linking out to a couple of hundred websites, in which case your link gets a lot more power. So I've just done a case study on that for my SEO Jesus site. It's an open case study where I show you how I've basically taken my other websites, my personal brand sites and my existing agencies, and only gave myself 3 links. So from stuartvickers.com, Certply, and my book, The Power Lever Method, gave myself homepage links on those websites to SEO Jesus, and SEO Jesus now shot up to DR of 22 within 2 days of doing that work. So that was just 3 links as opposed to all the links we saw with this example. But what you've got to remember is all these links, my personal agency websites, they're not linking out to everyone, whereas all these media brands will be linking out to lots of people. So it's always a balancing act. So when people come to me and ask, how many links is it going to take me to get up to this DR? And unfortunately, they joke that the answer to everything in SEO is it depends. And in this case, it really does depend. But I want to give you an example here where with just 17 referring domains, I've got up to DR of 22. You can see how the referring domains increased. So we started building links end of September. And you can see there's a bit of a delay. So we're at a domain rating of 1 when we had 7 referring domains. And that was by the middle of October. But then by the 20th of October, we had 13 referring domains and up to a domain rating of 6. But now in the last few days, we've now got 15 referring domains and a domain rating of 22. I'll show you what those links actually look like. So when we talk about minimum DR of 30 and minimum traffic of 1000, those are very much minimums. All our clients basically get the same. So the average DR actually tends to be more like the mid-50s, and the average traffic tends to be more than 10,000, generally around 10 to 20,000 per month. So that's exactly what you can see here. We've got DR84 that's getting 500,000 traffic a month. Then lower down, we've got a DR of 33, 37,000 a month, 37, 37, 39 with 7,000 a month, 46 with 1,500 a month. These are all the kinds of links that can really move the needle. And that's exactly what we're seeing here, where we've now got DR of 22, which are 17 referring domains. As you saw from the previous page, there were a couple of also the sort of the normal links you get from across the internet anyway, which don't actually mean anything. So it's probably more like 15 good links in there. And we're ranking for keywords. Some of them are really good. If you want some of the more advanced level tactics, remember I can't say everything on YouTube just because some of these tactics are really advanced. If Google finds out about them, then they probably won't work anymore. So I've got my exclusive community of insiders. It is free. You just go to SEOJesus.com, go to my Ranking Revelations newsletter, and if you sign up there, then I'll make sure to send you some of the best insights I've got when I discover them. I'm always doing lots of testing, lots of networking with very high-level people in the industry. So therefore, you can find things in here that are just simply not available in public on the internet. And if you are interested in my done-for-you services, then once you sign up and you get the confirmation welcome email saying, thank you, you've subscribed, feel free to just reply to that with your budget and your goals, and I'll be able to help you out there.